All right, guys. While Zach jumps in, I'm going to get the stream connected to Facebook. We're letting it breathe. Oh my gosh, Kelberman. Oh my gosh. Just connecting to Facebook. OMG. And we are good. Welcome in, everybody. Your Denver Broncos have vanquished the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round of the playoffs and now advance to the AFC Championship game. Zach, whoa, dude, that game took like maybe a year or two off my life. What's your gut reaction, bro?
Yeah, basically the same, Chad. I don't even know where to start with this. I'm kind of still processing it.
I know.
Tremendous comeback. It's hard to do these pods right after a game like that, like the Giants game, but unbelievable comeback. My heart is still beating. The sphincters in Broncos country are now unclenching, Chad. What more could you say? Bo Nix just finds a way to win. I was not happy with the defense overall, but McMillan made the play of the year. Wow. After 10 years of mediocrity and being in the basement, the Broncos are one win away from the Super Bowl. Incredible.
The Broncos defense did not force a punt, and yet they took the ball away 5 times. What? And Bo Nix, I tweeted this and talked about it in the Discord live thread, but that final drive of the fourth quarter, man, it's like, here's your chance to show that you are a legit force to be reckoned with quarterback. Build your legend. And the only problem with that, Zach, they left too much time on the clock for Allen. He went down and got that field goal. And if he doesn't overthrow Kincaid, or was it Knox? I forget. That's a touchdown. Broncos end up losing, but that's woulda, shoulda, coulda for the Bills. Sorry, Broncos advance. It's a weird game. Even Scott's like, that was a kind of a sloppy game. It's a weird game. So much back and forth, Zach. But the bottom line is, Bo Nix, he's got that one pick that he wishes he could have back, and yet PJ Locke bailed him out immediately, so it was almost erased. But he finishes, Zach, 26 of 46, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns in that pick with 29 rush yards, so delivers 300 yards from scrimmage.
Even if the Broncos would have lost this game, I would have said Bo Nix wasn't the problem. He played his ass off as he always does, Chad. He made the plays where he needed to with his legs and his arm. He's a gamer, man. He always gives 110%. You could see it on the sideline. You could see it on the field. They won because of Bo Nix today, not in spite of him, as many people would say.
No longer is that little barb true. Tim Tebow is no longer the only drafted Bronco quarterback to win a playoff game. Bo Nix, baby. Bo Nix gets it done. Let's see. I'm like Zach said, I'm still processing too. So let's see what the chat has to say. Maisie, what's up? Good to see you. In Whiplash, I thought it was over after the OT punt. This game will take days to process everything. I know, buddy. Papa Bear, outstanding. He's sticking to his 17-3. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. David Yunkin, a dear member, jumping in. I held a party under the carport with an 85-inch TV with about 10 Bills fans and 30 Broncos fans, and all the Broncos fans were scared until that last pick. Well, damn right. When the Broncos, Zach, as you said, when they, or who was it? When Maisie said that punt 3 and out to open overtime, you got that feeling in your gut, right? Mm-hmm. And then who turns up for you? Jaquan McMillan. Zach, I thought what you said on Twitter at the time is apropos. Why are we waiting around? Let's extend this, man. Let's get him locked in for the foreseeable.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue on a per game basis, Jaquan was the most impactful and valuable Broncos corner, including PS2, with the plays that he made out of the nickel position, the slot position all year. That is not an easy position to play, and he's the best in the NFL. So McMillan's going to be an RFA in the offseason, Chad. I think the Broncos should reward him. They gave out bags to everybody else. Give Jaquan a bag. He's definitely deserved it by now.
No doubt. That sounds like quite the party, though, there, David. Taylor Christensen, we won. That's what matters. That's all that matters. That is all that matters, bro. Go Broncos, MHH for life. Yeah, baby. Zach, you said something in the halftime stream that my brain went, oh, wait a minute. You said, this is a team of destiny. For the first time, I'm fully buying into that. Now, I'm not saying, Zach, that haven't been optimistic. I picked the Broncos to win this game. One score, Will Lutz, just like it basically shook out. I didn't call overtime, but Zach, this is the first time now. Like, do you realize how many wild improbabilities had to stack for that to unfold and shake out the way it did? Embrace the D. Get your minds out of the gutter. Destiny, baby.
Yeah, I've been saying it, Chad. A lot of people have saying, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like since the Giants game, when they score 33 in one quarter, they make a historic comeback like that. When you feel like there's a greater presence from above on their side watching over them, as I did, and a lot of Broncos fans did, as you did as well at that game, Chad, it feels like they're just destined to win. 10 years since Super Bowl 50, the location of the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara. There's so many parallels, and now the Broncos are one win away from it, man.
Ted Wunderlich jumping in. We saw him at the halftime stream. Here he is again, a dear member and superstar, saying, well, it's very fitting that Buffalo Bills' grave is in Denver. What an amazing game. My Surtain jersey is officially now 3-0. Heck yeah, buddy. The Broncos are 15-3, AFC Championship game. Here we come. Never in doubt. JK. Hashtag MHH for life. And God bless Jaquan McMillan. No doubt about it. God bless Bo Nix, baby.
Yeah, wow, Shannon, thank you so much for that.
She says from the top rope, one of our Mount Rushmore superstars checking in, Shannon Mills. What a game, she says. I almost died from a heart attack. Me too. I just said to my son, I'm like, dude, this game, I'm going to stroke out. She says, but glad I survived to see that ending. I am beyond elated. I hope everyone that got hurt today recovers soon. Let's savor this win and enjoy listening to the naysayers eat crow. I will always believe. Zach, I started getting this like pit in my stomach feeling when they started talking about how the record of teams in the playoffs with 4 takeaways in a game.
Yep.
And that only one team ever lost or whatever it was, right? And I went, oh, because at that point, the Bills had just retaken the lead. And I went, oof. But the Broncos, man, there's something about this team. And the Bills guys were the last big remaining fear for me. Now, look, the Texans are legit. The Patriots fully have earned my respect, Zach, after seeing them handle business in the playoffs. But the Bills were always going to be the biggest challenge, in my opinion. In my opinion, that was going to be the toughest. And the Broncos get to go to the title game now, dude. For the first time in 10 years, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, Shannon, thank you so much. And you're right. You're going to see a lot of naysayers now. I don't know about Nick Wright, but a lot of critics started turning around and changing positions and praising the Broncos. We all know where they stood. We all know where we stand. It's absolutely meant to savor this one. Thank you for the super.
Lady D jumping in saying, by the way, Mount Rushmore finished number 1, 2025. She says, hello, all. I told you we would win. Bo did awesome. He's MVP of this game. Super happy. Awesome. MHH for life. Yep. Lady D was keeping the faith throughout. As Michaela jumped in our pregame, Eric and I, we did a little pregame for fun. And Lady D helped kind of talk Michaela into some confidence, gave her some faith in what was about to unfold. And faith, Zach, it's inconvenient, but this is just the way it works. Faith always precedes the miracle. It's never the other way around. You got to believe it first. And then.
Yeah, Deanna, thank you so much for that. And I couldn't help but think about your insights that you gave us during the week with the keys to victory that you presented in your super chats and what you wanted to see out of the Broncos, what you were worried about, because a lot of that came to light in this game. So thank you for that. And thank you for the super. I always find myself agreeing with you. Thank you so much.
Love you, Lady D. Seriously. And here's real quick, Michaela saying, the Duchess, is it me or Bo needs to learn to hit receivers in stride? I mean, he's still his ball placement accuracy, especially downfield, Zach, it's hit and miss. Sometimes it's right on the money. Sometimes, but like Tony Romo, the one thing I'll agree with him tonight, which this was the first game he called where I genuinely got annoyed. As you guys know, Zach hates the Romo calls. But this one annoyed me. Oh, my goodness. Michaela with the bomb. Thank you. Thank you so much from the Duchess.
Oh, thank you, Michaela.
Michaela, if you guys believe it or not, I was waiting to show you guys this. But I went into this today. I'd been secretly growing all the hair out on top of my head, and it all just fell out right before this game. Just made me lose all my hair. Can you believe it? She says, "Thank you, Deanna and Chad, for keeping me from losing my mind." Yeah, we've been texting all day throughout the game. It was a lot of fun. But Michaela and Deanna, we love you. We appreciate you so much. And thank you for the support. Keeping the lights on. We're going to the AFC Championship game, baby. How does it feel, Michaela?
Exactly. Yeah, Michaela, that's what I was talking about a second ago with all the 10 years of just total crap, or about a decade of misery we dealt with. And I still remember your trepidations over the Broncos quarterback and coaching situations. And we said, just once those pieces fall into place properly, you'll see they'll turn it around. And they drafted Bo Nix. They hired Sean Payton. They made the playoffs last year, and you started turning around. And for where you were, and a lot of Broncos fans were, and a lot of people who covered the Broncos, and now we're in the AFC title game, one game away from the Super Bowl. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for all of Broncos country, and I'm very appreciative for everything you've done along the way.
So much so, including Zeus McPeak, who was the forefather of the Super Chat Superstars. I think that's for whom we coined the term. Zeus in the house with a generous Super Chat, brother. Thank you. I'm so happy. I mean, guys like Stu, Michaela, Lady D, so many of you OGs. We really walked through the desert for a long time, right? At MHH, Broncos country. We went through a lot of dark times, some dark days, and yet here we are. I'm so happy for you guys. Seriously. Yeah. Zeus says, "Go Broncos, never give up on this team." You can't, because they're never going to give up on you. Trust.
It's like Rick Astley.
That's right.
Never going to give you up.
That's right. Omar checking in from Nigeria. Hashtag state of being right here. Broncos country, not Omar. A geographic location. It's a state of being. My dog right here, Omar. He says, "What a game. Just so happy. Don't have much technical stuff to say right now." I know we're all kind of like, was so nervous, so relieved. He says, "Go Broncos. Congrats to all fans. AFC Championship runs through Denver again. The universe is getting back in order. One more to go." Amazing. So well said, brother. So well said. And it's kind of crazy because they made a big deal, Zach, in this broadcast early on about the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, AFC championship game bouts, right? And it's kind of crazy because it could very well be, once again, Broncos, Patriots, AFC championship game. Manning long gone, Brady long gone, Knicks May. Whoa. I mean, dude, we're back though. That's right, Omar. Back where we belong, as you said. Universe back in order.
And now we get to put our feet up and be all cozy and watch the Texans and the Patriots beat the hell out of each other, hopefully, Chad, and see who the winner of that game is. But like you said, if it's Patriots-Broncos 2015 rematch, bring it on.
Omar, love you, buddy. Thank you so much, big dog. Tsunami of Love is here to spread the love and show the love, saying Bo is the reason we won today. Go Broncos. Love you guys. I'm proud of Bo Nix. You know, I mean, we could pick nits in how he kind of disappeared after the field goal. Well, first of all, was it a fumble or an interception? Now they're all running together, Zach. That first giveaway of the third quarter, then we got the field goal out of it. Then he kind of went into a shell. Things got real weird and awkward, allowed the Bills to retake the lead. But then the chips were down, facing full field and going, the season's on the line, 4 minutes. He only needed 3 of them. Drives down, beautiful touchdown to Mims. And by the way, Mims, holy smokes, totally affected the game. Like, the reason we won, Bo Nix. Yeah, Marvin Mims, dude, was an absolute hero in this game. Shiloh, bro, thanks Bosa and White. Thanks Sean for the aggression. That's what I was going to say when I went on my little rant for a second, Zach, about there's the first game that Romo really annoyed me. But the one thing he said in overtime there that I hope people took to heart, because it was true, was Sean Payton showing the aggression with those vertical passes. And I'm sure telling Nix, hey, if it's there, just throw it, because you either complete or we might get a flag. 2 crucial flags, field goal, it's over.
If you took a shot for every time Tony Romo said Josh Allen's putting his cape on, you'd probably be dead by now, Chad. So I'm right there with you. He even mentioned Mahomes again. He literally goes, he's not even playing in the game. That's neither here nor there. I did not like, while we're on the subject really quickly, Sean Payton got a little conservative, Chad, in the third and going into the fourth quarter. It's no coincidence what happens when he gets more aggressive and opens up the play calling. For the AFC title game, you have to get Marvin Mims more involved consistently.
BLD, a dear member, super chat saying simply Bo Nix. Right there with you guys. Bo Nix, man, how many Bronco quarterbacks have won playoff games? It's a short list. Bo is on it. Lady D jumping in again.
Thank you, Deanna.
She says with a very generous super chat, we won. I was positive all game. That you were, and I can confirm. I've been hopeful. I picked, Zach did too, the Broncos to win this game in the round table. I was preaching optimism. I would not allow myself to even start thinking about, okay, got to start getting the MHH offseason calendar together. I wasn't even allowing myself to go there. There was a couple times that my brain went, no, get away, bad angel on the shoulder. Give me the good angel, right? Positivity. But the Lady D was literally positive. I'm not going to do it, but like if you saw the text thread I was in with her and Michaela, unwavering. And that's what I mean by faith precedes the miracles. She says, Romo stunk. Mims played great. Love you guys too. AFC Championship game. Here we come. We'll win that and go to the Super Bowl. MHH for life. She's saying it.
I still have to pinch myself. I'm sure you guys are the same way. I mean, just read that sentence out loud. We win that game and we're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, however many 5-win, 6-win seasons, no quarterback, no head coach, no owner, no general manager, Chad. And now, as Deanna said there, 1 win away from Super Bowl 60. Incredible. Thank you, Deanna, again.
Team of destiny. It fully is. That's what it is, man. That's what it feels like. I'm buying into that. I'm buying into it with you. TDV in the house with a very generous super chat saying, I swear this team is going to kill me. LOL. If their goal is to bring fans to near death, then they are doing great. LOL. No doubt. That's been the deal all year long, though, right? TDV. And you know what? It's been the trend of all these playoff games so far. All these playoff games, Zach, have gone down to the wire. And for the most part, they've been extremely competitive. And this one, I would argue, not just because it went to overtime, but just the wild back and forth swings. And I would argue this game was the best game of the playoffs so far.
Easily. I was watching Twitter accounts like non-Broncos fans, non-Broncos media tweet about the game, and it was so back and forth. From a neutral, objective football fan, this was a wild affair. Fortunately, Chad, the good guys came out on top.
Man, it feels good. It feels good. Doug Raquel on Facebook, finally, nail biter. I know, dude. I know.
They're all gone.
I know. Jess, who's been a longtime Super Chat superstar. Maybe one of these days, Jess, you become a member, brother. We need you. We want to invite you. Become a member on YouTube. And he says, finish the story, guys. This isn't the 05-06 season. Let's go get that dub and advance to the Super Bowl. Let's freaking go. Go Broncos. Yeah, 20 years ago. So 10 years ago, AFC Championship game, advance, Super Bowl win. 20 years ago, host the AFC Championship game. Pittsburgh comes into town with a second-year quarterback, upsets the Broncos, advances. If the Broncos found a way to get past the Steelers in that one, they're beating the Seahawks. It's one of the lost rings for this team, no doubt about it. But, yeah, Jess, they got to finish. And I'm telling you right now, I fully believe, Zach, they will.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the job done no matter. I mean, they beat the Texans already. No one likes to talk about that. They bring up, oh, well, Stroud was injured. Davis Mills played better than Stroud when he entered that game. And how did the Broncos win? It wasn't their defense. It was Bo Nix scrambling and putting them in field position for Will Lutz. I'm not necessarily scared of them. And the Patriots, not either. 2015 repeat, we got karma on our side, Chad.
No doubt about it. Colin, brother. Fellas. We did it. I know. It seemed like the universe wasn't going to let it happen, man. Or I guess I should just say Josh Allen was like, no. But, man. Cullen says J.K. Dobbins, pardon me, has to be back next week. We need that boost up the middle. That's the one bugaboo, Zach. And as I mentioned, going into the playoffs, the one thing that worries me about this team having a successful run is the run game. And today, it weren't good. Broncos finished with only 70 rush yards and with a 3.2 average. And I'll remind you that Nix led the team with 29 rushing yards. So if you can get JK, who's been back, not at practice practicing, but he's been seen now out there. He's close. Sean Payton said it a week ago. He is so close. I kind of have a feeling, Zach, that he will be back next week. I have a feeling. Do I know this? Do I have insider knowledge? No, but and he'll be, dude, huge, uplifting. Not just because what he does on the field, Zach, but his presence, man, will be a huge boost for this team if he can come back this week.
Excellent point. Yeah, I don't know how effective he'll be coming off that list, Frank. He's more likely to play than Brandon Jones is. Jones's season's probably over, but Dobbins getting closer to returning, and I don't care if he's even 80, 70%, Chad. They need that bruiser up the middle that complements RJ Harvey because that running game is fell off a cliff without him.
Yeah, man. And Harvey made some plays today, but just as a runner, yes. Mailman Ossendorf in the hizzy, a dear member and a superstar, saying, let's go, Bo. J-Mac, holy Shiite, feeling great. I know, dude. McMillan, 2 games in a row with just crucial picks. He jumps in again to say, I can't wait to host the AFC Championship game. Such a great feeling for a lifetime Broncos fan. Awesome that it is, buddy. Savor it. This whole season has just been a whirlwind. Mostly all good, but like, the nature of these games, man, at least the playoffs, Zach, stayed true to life for the Broncos, down to the wire, comeback, all that stuff.
I still think it's a karmic deposit into our collective bank accounts, Chad. If John Elway made a deal with the devil to win Super Bowl 50, well, 10 years later, I think that deal is expired now. And for all that we went through, all of Broncos country over that decade, we deserve every second of this.
No doubt. It's not looking good for the Niners, by the way. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa,
Chris from the top rope, maintaining
Thank you.
His tradition all through the season. As you can see, the number of wins times the points. Is that it, right? Or plus number of wins. I don't know. My brain's fried right now, guys. You can see it's basically a max out YouTube super chat. Like, it's basically the most that YouTube will allow on a super chat. Chris, bro, Mount Rushmore for a reason, dear friend for a reason. And he's been with us, as you can see, the evidence is right there in his profile pic. He's rocking the old Huddle Up mug and the MHH face mask, neck gate, or whatever. What do you call them? I don't know.
Gators,
from the pandemic season, and his message to everybody, 2 of them. On to the next, sunglasses on. And of course, hashtag click those little thumbs up, dude. Chris, I don't know what to say, buddy. I don't know what to say. You are the man. Thank you so much, bro. You've been amazing and just so supportive all year long, buddy. Love you.
This is going to come off campy, Chris, really quickly, but I feel like you deserve to hear it. That picture goes back to 2020. And if you think back to the 2020 season, like I was talking about, the misery, the Broncos played a game that year where they didn't have a quarterback. Kendall Hinton was their quarterback. That's how low we were at one point. And now, flash forward 5 years, we're 1 win away from reaching the Super Bowl. It's still incredible. It's still surreal to me. But Chris, what's not is your generosity consistently over the course of 5 years. Thank you so much, genuinely.
Love you, buddy. Seriously, love you. Appreciate you so much, buddy. And man, we are very grateful, very blessed to have you as a friend and a member of this community, bro. Yeah. We got the brace girdles, man. I can't even imagine the party going down at their house right now, for real. Because it's not, they don't got to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, dude. They're getting after it, these guys. Trust. And Gene says, Bo Chapman Knicks. We are going to the freaking Super Bowl. Yeah, bring it, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe that we could be doing next Sunday, Chad, a gut reaction show. We'll be saying those words out loud. The Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. The game, by the way, for anyone who's wondering, will be next Sunday afternoon at Empower Field. But 1 win away from the big game in Santa Clara. We got George Fox This is the best game of the year for the whole league and our greatest win this year. Denver Broncos for life, MHH for life. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much, George. And agreed.
The greatest win of a decade for this team, right? Like,
yep.
So symbolic too. So symbolic the way it shook out. Both sides, all three phases had to do their fair share of the heavy lifting. Bo Nix, stood up and I guess you can say outdueled Josh Allen because he only had one pick. Josh Allen had 283 yards, 3 touchdowns for Allen, but he also had a fumble. Bo Nix finishes 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, that one pick, and got the dub. It's time for the national press to just stand up and say, Bo Nix is the man. All right, Bo Nix is the man. And look, it's not always going to be the prettiest thing, but he gets the job done. And when you got to have it, he delivers, man. And that is so hard to do in this league. Did you see the desperation and the grit and the grind with which the Bills were not going away, dude? They were down 13 points. It was like, that's Josh Allen. And what did Bo Nix do? He beat him. Fox family, brother, love you. Dear member jumping in, officially napping the full next week for my heart. Do you believe now? Yeah. Let the national media hate, because if they don't buy in now, right here, guys, right here, sure. Buck them.
I'm proud to say too, Chad, not to toot our own horns too much, but like on this podcast, we've been consistent since Bo Nix was drafted that he's going to be the guy under Sean Payton. And there were moments in the last couple of seasons where even Broncos fans and even fans around this podcast push back against that. So I'm happy to say I've always believed, Chad has as well, and that belief has led us to one game away from the big game.
You know what I just barely was thinking about? We've talked about it before on the podcast, but that image of Bo Nix on the couch gets the phone call.
Yeah.
He's got were they married yet? I think they were already married. Yeah, they were married. His wife next to him, his mom and dad, and no one around him is sure who's calling, right? Because Bo just picked up the phone. Hello. Yeah, coach. Yeah. This. And then all of a sudden, hey, coach, do you want to win a Super Bowl? And what was it, Zach, that he said that, Coach Payton, and you saw his father, who was a star quarterback himself in college, Auburn, wore the number 10, all that. You saw his father just like close his eyes and literally before your very eyes, thank God. Not just that his son was getting drafted, not just that his son was getting drafted in the first round, but that Sean Payton is going to be his coach. Look already, man, year 2. They're in the AFC Championship game. Fox family, bro, we believe.
And guess what? Bo Nix already now has more playoff career victories than Justin Herbert. Just saying. And more division titles. Just saying.
Hashtag just saying. Boot boy, the Chaos Josh, the 60 bus, baby. All the way. Took the 60 bus out of, I don't know. I was on a roll. I was going to say out of downtown Denver, but no, we want to be in downtown Denver. I guess, yeah, out of downtown Denver because we're headed to Santa Clara. Let's go. He says, let's Bo. To the championship game. Let's go, buddy. So stoked for you, Josh.
Yeah, thank you so much. Whoa, Brett.
Brett White. Now, this is a newer name, unless it's one of those things, right, where the handle is they're showing handles now on YouTube instead of the account name. But Brett, if you are new, big dog, welcome. Thank you so much for that amazing show of generosity. And Brett says, let's go, Broncos, fellas. Heart rate was crazy high all game long. Mine was too. And it's easy to get on here, Zach, and say like, I got to check my blood pressure or my heart rate. I was about to have a heart attack, stroke out. Seriously, dude, if someone took my blood pressure in the fourth quarter and overtime, I promise you it was unhealthily high. I guarantee it. So that ain't good when you're 46 and got a little bit of a dad bod. So Broncos, it's all right. You can kill me, dude. Just win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Brett, I mean, I won't show you. I'll spare you that. But like when the game was ending, my whole back was like sweaty. I was nervous. My hands were clammy, man. Like I was just a nervous wreck. And my heart was also fluttering as well. So yeah, it's a crazy game, but the Broncos pulled it out in the end. And we're still speechless. We're still tripping over our own words, Chad, because how do we even describe what we just saw? It's so incredible.
I mean, it's the inverted version of, for me, the blocked kick at Arrowhead, where It was like the brain was going, what? We were about ready to celebrate the first one at Arrowhead in almost a decade, and it was right there. It was almost automatic. It was almost what? And it literally put me, you too, Zach. We were in like a fugue state, but yet we had to go live.
Yep.
This is the inverted version of that, overwhelmed with just joy, triumph. The Broncos prevailed, but it was so in doubt at certain points, right? Like there was no way at certain, you're like, could have, what? McMillan, the flags at the end, like Anthony, thank you, buddy. Anthony, appreciate you, pal. Across the pond, hashtag state of being, bud. But that's kind of where I'm at. And as Michaela says here too, yes. Pay McMillan, man. That dude, he's just a gamer. And he takes the ball away. He takes it away, man. Love it.
Pay him ASAP. Agreed, Michaela. Thank you.
Sentinel Supreme in the house, who it was fun chopping it up in the Discord open thread throughout the game with you, big dog, saying 33 points, 33 for DT, baby. Dear Lord, what a win. A nail biter like all year. Sunset overdrive mode, baby. I don't know what else to say, baby. Keep climbing, climb higher. I believe I'm on cloud mile high. Yeah, dude, they got to keep climbing. You know, they're not settling for the division crown. They didn't settle for the 1 seed. You know, they didn't settle for just making it to the playoffs. Zach, they got their mind on one thing. It's time for everybody to believe in this team of destiny.
Yeah, Sean Payton had 3 stated goals for the season, and his last goal was winning the Super Bowl. So we're on to that goal now. We're in the process of doing that, and the job's not done yet. That I will say.
Drew Hudick jumping in, buddy. Good to see you, pal. Is this not enough proof Mims should be our legit number 2 receiver? Mims is greater than Troy. Guys, Zach and I have been saying that about Troy and Mims all year long. Like Troy, they really tried to manifest him ascending as the number 2 guy. And look, he did finish as the number 2 guy. He had 700 some odd yards. He gave you a pretty good season, but Marvin Mims is a difference maker, dude. Like with Troy Franklin, you're like, he had some moments, dude. Like he was a big reason, for example, the Broncos got the plays they needed, the conversions, the 2-point, all that stuff in the Giants comeback. Like he's had his moments, but Marvin Mims just delivers, man, when the chips are down, and he brings such an explosive element, playmaking ability, clutch gene to the table. Why has he been so ignored in this offense all season long when he finishes, Zach, leading the team, catches all 8 of his targets? Because that last one, yeah, it was incomplete, but he drew the PI, so it goes down as a non-target. 8 receptions, 93 yards, Zach, and a touchdown. Like, let this be the new way. Mims, Sutton, and that's the thing. Broncos got it done today, but we're going to have to wait and see about Pat Bryant, concussion. Alex Forsyth went down. Franklin with the hamstring. Am I missing anybody?
No, that's about it. I'll just quickly add that despite Marvin Mims being violated by a camera on the sideline, Chad, he was the most reliable receiver on the field today. I know Sutton made some big grabs, but he had some drops that he shouldn't have as well. And the potential's always there with Marvin. We talked about it during the regular season. Look what he did last year against the Bengals. 2 huge, long touchdown catches. Give him the opportunity, and he'll reward you for it. So hopefully this was a message sent and received by Sean Payton.
Scott brings up a good point in the chat here. It's good to have an extra day for the concussion protocol. That's one of the benefits of playing on Saturday and winning. The title games both will be on next Sunday. So Casey, brother, dude, key member, superstar, bro, let's freaking go. OMG, Bo Nix is him. J-Mac. Side note, we need playmakers with hands. How do you explain Sutton, man, in overtime, that first possession? First of all, disappears for the whole game. Comes up clutch in the final possession, big time. Broncos needed him. He answered the bell. He was a big part of them getting that go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter, 55 seconds left. And then to let the team down the way he did on that first possession, 2 balls that he should have caught. But he still kind of came in clutch for him, Zach, getting that first big PI. So it's tough. But the hands, man. What's going on? Ralph, bro, my wife had her P jersey on tonight, so everyone should thank her. That means, just so I'll translate for the Brace Girdle man, the father of the Brace Girdle clan. You see the jersey he's rocking in his profile pic? Stink. If you know the story about why Stink, Mark Schlereth, got his name, etc. So she was wearing that jersey tonight, or a Schlereth jersey. Good luck. It's a good luck charm. So we thank her. We thank her. Give her our best.
Yep. Thank you, Ralph.
We got the Doc JC James in the house, dear member, longtime superstar, very generous super. And he's saying, I had my nitro pills for Pittsburgh Denver games. I had to say, what am I missing on the syntax there? I had to say today, no fear, God gave me peace even in overtime. Yes, pay the Mac dog. Bring on the Patriots. I love that former Bronco kicker ain't a Prater hater, but I love big nuts Lutz. Yeah, man. Chris Harris Jr. had the best tweet of the day relative to Prater when Prater hit that tying field goal. Dang, Prater's still clutch because he won a lot of games for the Chris Harris era Broncos back in the day. So, oh well, came up short though.
Yeah, thank you, Doc. We got Grover, $9.99 super. Thank you, Grover. That game did nothing for my retreating hairline either, Chad. LOL, but it did a whole lot of for my Mile High Heart. Woo! Let's take this momentum all the way to the Super Bowl. Let's freaking go, Denver Broncos for life. Thank you for that, Grover.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, pal. Quentin Caldwell, a dear member. He's in all the Kelberman's Corner members-only streams. He's in just about every live stream. Here he is dropping knowledge, saying, heck of a game. Reminder, we can get J.K. Dobbins back for the AFC Championship game. Let's hope that the signs, the little breadcrumbs that have been dropping actually do point to that. Come on, baby. How great would it be to get him back, especially with the injuries hitting? Broncos got to be able to run the ball because, look, man, Seattle, if they advance to the Super Bowl, they're going to be tough, dude. You got to be able to run the ball. So, not trying to count chickens before they hatch, but whoever it is, Houston or New England next week, Zach, you got to be able to run the ball. J.K. Dobbins gives you the ability to do that.
And especially if you're facing Houston with that defense, totally elite under DeMeco Ryans, you don't want to put all the pressure in that game on Bo Nix as a passer or as a runner for that matter. You want to have JK. So we'll see, Quentin, but thank you for the super.
Appreciate you, big dog. The Triple C is in the house, a dear member, longtime superstar. What a game, Colby says. We got it done. Bo played great. Just have to get touchdowns in the red zone next week. Yeah, again, Bo delivered there, though. You know, little Jordan Humphrey drops a dime that probably would have been a route that Pat Bryant was running if he hadn't been concussed just whatever it was, 2 or 3 plays prior. Good to see, though, Zach. Humphrey did redeem himself. He did redeem himself, caught that pass. That was a beautiful – talk about a dime. And Blex, has anyone checked on Perna? Is he still alive? I don't know, man. I bet his post-game, the reaction to that kick, I bet it's off the chain. Michaela, giving a message to the Lady D. Love you, Lady D. Deanna, we love you too. You know this. But Zach, a couple things I want to cover real quick here before we get to Lawrence, and then we'll do some rapid fire. Make sure we get to everybody. We're at about 38 minutes. We're doing well, but we also got to get to the post-game coverage, writing articles, all that stuff. Unfortunately, it must be done. But Zach, real quick, studs or duds, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Bo Nix doesn't even need to be answered.
Stud.
All right, here's an interesting one. RJ Harvey.
Man, he had that fumble early in the game, but I don't know. Those are the in-betweens, Chad. I don't know, stud or dud. What do you say?
He gave you, I'll tell you, between the ground and his receiving, he gave you 67 yards from scrimmage on 10 touches.
You know, I think McLaughlin was more explosive and impressive as a runner. I'm going to say dud for RJ Harvey, just to keep it interesting.
Marvin Mims.
Stud, big time stud, huge stud.
A little controversial here as well, Cortland Sutton.
I'm going to say dud. For what he is, Chad, and what he's paid and what he thinks he is as a receiver, You can't be dropping passes every game. Dud.
Well said. Frank Crum, the legend.
Big time stud, man. What a catch. The
All
surest
right.
hands on the team are from a tackle.
Defensively, Alex Singleton finishes with 14 tackles to lead the team. 11 solo, by the way. Out of position a lot, but so were a lot of guys on defense today. Stud or a dud?
Listen, I know he's a great story and he's a great run defender, Chad, but every time I looked up, what I noticed the most was him trailing in coverage. He's a liability in the middle of the defense. So for that, unfortunately, dud.
Love him on first and second down, third down,
Hate
man.
him.
Hufanga finishes with 10 tackles. Andy recovered a fumble.
Stud. He's always around the ball.
PJ Locke, dude. 9 tackles and that beautiful pick that he raced Bo's interception.
And didn't he have that open field one that was ruled a first down on Josh Allen? He stopped him short of the goal line, and I thought short of the first down as well. So, yeah, big game from PJ. Stud.
Malcolm Roach, stud, led the team, 1.5 sacks. All right, Nick Benito.
He looked like Von Miller on that sack. Yeah, stud.
Totally. All right, let's rapid fire, Mr. Producer. Make sure we get to everybody. Lawrence Rivera. The way I see it is Romo still has to watch our playoff run. I don't know why he has anything against us. I mean, Sean Payton's a friend of his. Sean coached him. Also, the whole Eastern Illinois thing. I don't know.
And he grew up a Broncos fan, apparently, Chad, or something like that. I don't get.
Well, he grew up an Elway fan, so
there you go.
More so than the Broncos, according to him. I saw him say it somewhere. But Lawrence, what up, guys? At the stadium was saying. What up, guys? At the stadium was saying. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah, bro. Derek Kincaid in the hizzy, a dear member. Bo Nix, first of many playoff win. Feels good, dude. How awesome is it, man? It feels good. And he also became today, guys, by virtue of that victory, Bo Nix, he became the 22nd quarterback in NFL history to lead a team to the conference championship game within his first 2 seasons. Joey Dively in the hizzy. Denver won without Franklin, Dobbins, Bryant. Yeah, man. Think about it. I mean, the Bills were depleted too. But quarterback, if you've got a quarterback, Zach, you can overcome that stuff. Broncos finally do.
And they were without Wattenberg. And then they lost Forsythe toward the end of the game. They had Sam Mustipher, the third string center, fourth at this point now. So, yeah, they weren't exactly 100% healthy as well, and they still overcame. So all the credit in the world to the Broncos.
Maisie, again, brother, thank you. Your favorite and worst moments of the match that you can remember. What annoyed you most, and what did you love the most? Third quarter was the worst for me.
Yeah.
Handcuffed Bo did Peyton. I'll tell you my worst moment was, why did Sean Payton not take the points? Because if Sean Payton would have kicked that 58-yard field goal, by the way, Will Lutz has made 58-yarders as a Bronco. His career long, I should say, is 60. But if the Broncos take the points there instead of punting, Zach, that field goal, they would have had to have gotten a touchdown at the end. The field goal wouldn't have been enough for the Bills. That would have been the difference. So that was kind of a low for me. I don't quite understand that, especially when the Broncos had not stopped the Bills. I shouldn't say that. Every Bill possession, Zach, either resulted in points or a turnover. They did not punt. At that point in the game, it was just as true then as it is now. You didn't think that Josh Allen was going to capitalize on that, and he did. So that was for me. I don't know if you want to answer him real quick.
I mean, I'll just tag on to what you said. Sean Payton has this proclivity when he gets a lead later in the game to kind of sit on his hands or coach not to lose, coach more conservatively. And when you do that, not only is it infuriating, you increase your chances to end up losing the game. And that's what was going to happen until Sean Payton finally got aggressive again in the fourth quarter. So I agree with you. The start to the second half was definitely frustrating.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. David Youngkin again. So the media called Josh a football god. So what does this make Bo Nix? I know, right? I mean, where are all the superlatives, the cape and it's like they treat Bo Nix's achievements more like a curiosity. Instead of just giving him the credit, believing in him, man. Fernando had a rough week. I'm sorry to hear this, buddy. Lost my job. That sucks, bro. Thank you for the super chat, big dog. He says, this win is huge. I feel a lot better. All prayer warriors, send them my way. Love you guys, MHH for life. Most definitely. Prayers up for Fernando. I know with this positive juju, it's going to turn around for you, big dog. You'll find that job that you're meant to have for sure. Patrick, aloha, bro. Priest and Deacon, let's go. One more time. I'll say let's go two more times. Because this NFC, man, if you can get through the title game and advance to Santa Clara, Zach, this NFC is tough, dude. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks are so far beating down the Niners.
And we got AZL saying $1.99 super. Thank you for that. A win is a win. Let's clean mistakes and move on. Yeah, there's a lot the Broncos can improve on in this game. This was not exactly 100% perfect 4-quarter finished product. They have a lot they can correct, but that's what's so good. And we've been saying it all year. The fact that the Broncos can win games consistently and now in the postseason, despite not playing a good brand of football, what does it mean when they do play that? It means they're going to be unstoppable.
Zeus jumping in again, brother. Thank you. Let's see how many point underdogs the Broncos will be at home hosting the AFC Championship. That will be interesting. If it's the Patriots, it wouldn't surprise me, Zach, if once again they are set up early as underdogs. If it's Houston, how could you? How could you set Houston up as the favorite,
Easy.
Especially on the road and after the Broncos are still the last team to beat them?
Because if the Texans beat the Patriots, it's going to look like they have the momentum and they're more of a legitimate team with a legitimate defense and a legitimate quarterback with CJ Stroud. So I can definitely see that. I don't know how likely it is. I think, like you said, if it's the Patriots, that might be underdogs. If it's the Texans, they might be favorites. But there's a universe out there where the Broncos and the Texans are going to do battle next Sunday, and the Broncos, the home team, are going to be installed as underdogs. But that doesn't really matter. As the week went on, the Broncos flipped to be favorites in the game. But this is how we like it anyway. We want them to be counted out. We want them to be disrespected. We want all the slander because, as you saw today, they thrive on it.
No doubt about it. No doubt. Thank you, Zeus. Again, bro. Robert Chavez jumping in. Thank you, pal, with the $20 super chat. Really appreciate the support, big dog. Everybody's riding high right now. I'm just checking. Scott, I'm sure you got this in order. I just saw one that I didn't recognize. I'm going to throw it up real quick. Cyber Copper. Bro, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for being a member. Just wanted to show some love. He says, God bless Bo Nix. God bless the Broncos. Let's go. Guys, raise your hand if you said a prayer. Please, God, let the Broncos win.
Like 10?
I did. George Fox, Bo, quick running in the second half of the game. I mean, quit running is what he's trying to say. Yeah, he just was a little disjointed for the vast majority of that second half, but he punched in right in the nick of time, baby. The David in the house saying, just dropping in to remind everyone, as I said in week 3, we be good. MHH for life, Priest. Right back at you, pal. My family and I are overjoyed. My son is all smiles, just like me. Love to all. Go Bo, go Broncos. Dude, what a great message. Stoked for you and the family, dude. Stoked for everybody. This is phenomenal. Jordan Mall, year 2 and already making a conference game. Can't wait to watch this guy for many years. Sean Payton, arrogant pick is looking amazing. LOL. Let him hate. Yeah. Sean Payton.
Missing a letter there.
I know. I thought that's what he was trying to say, but actually, I'm not sure what he's trying to say about the.
Oh, maybe Payton, the Bo Nix pick. Yeah.
That it was arrogant.
Yeah. We went.
But yeah, bro. Thank you, Jordan. And you're right. Your main point here. This is just year 2. Broncos are back for goods, these guys, for a good stretch, let's just say. All right. Shannon Mills, again, discipline really helped today. The Broncos, Zach, focused tremendously on tackling. Had an extra long practice this week, focusing on wrapping up and all that. And it wasn't perfect because the Bills get paid too, and they're a damn good offense, and they were freaking desperate. And you saw a truly heavyweight kind of effort from them. But discipline, the Broncos, Zach, in terms of penalties today, the Broncos were penalized 3 times only for 20 yards. The Bills were penalized 3 times until overtime, those 2 dagger PIs, 5 for 68.
Yeah, it wasn't I mean, the tackling wasn't perfect, like Chad was saying, by any means. I've seen worse. What my problem was the blown assignments, was leaving receivers or running backs or tight ends completely uncovered. And that's been a VJ special. That's been a Broncos problem for like a decade. So I'm happy that they're getting better in some areas, but they have a lot to clean up in others still.
By the way, as I was going through mentioning Bo Nix's stats today, the one thing I omitted, this many sacks on Bo Nix today, guys. 0. Jess, you guys got me through college 2018 through 2023 while the Broncos were bad. Man, you're making us feel old. I guess we kind of are. Yeah. Thank you, he says. Now we're winners. Well, we just hung in there, right? Like we just been there hanging in, doing it every single day. And thanks to folks like you, Jess, who show up with us, man. We're all in this together. So thanks, pal.
You've helped us, Jess, and a lot of other people in this community have helped us as much as we've helped you over the course of the last decade, and we appreciate you joining us along the way. This would be nothing without you guys. We say it a lot, but it's true. It would be nothing without you, so thank you.
Brad Murdoch, a legend, a dear member. Time to leave. The Broncos headed to the chip. Yeah, baby. 2 more wins, and it's a 4th Lombardi. Whoa, dude. And Sean Payton, let's not forget, too, if he wins a Super Bowl in Denver, he'll become the first head coach to win a world championship with 2 different NFL teams. Never happened before. So, leave, baby. Jack Zebo, great to see you, pal. Another member of our Australian community checking in, saying nothing's stopping us now. Just finished watching Delayed. Bo was clutch again. MHH for life. Go Broncos. Yeah, he was, man. Like, again, young quarterback. I thought broadcast did a pretty good job of helping you understand as you were watching, Zach, in the second half, how the Bills did make some second half adjustments and just decided to really bring pressure at Bo. And it took him a minute to kind of counterpunch. It threw him for a loop. But thankfully, as well as he had played before the first 2 quarters of the game, Zach, bought him enough of a cushion that by the time it came down to, all right, it's all or nothing, he still was in a position to give you that classic signature Bo Nix, gotta have it touchdown drive. And he delivered, including in the overtime. Colin breaking NFL considering removing PI penalties after Josh loses another game. Yeah, there's a part of me that feels bad for Josh Allen because, and the Bills as a franchise, they've had so much success, but have just never gotten over the hump. Cullen says, QBs with the nickname Superman, be wary. Broncos will send you to the Phantom Zone. I love it, dude. I love it. That's right. That's right, dude. Cameron Wadman, I literally thought I was going to have the old heart stop beating. After years of hurt and frustration, they got it done. Thank you guys so much for sticking through the hard times. I've watched a ton of pods where the team was garbage and you guys held on. Thanks. Yeah, man. And now it feels like ancient history, Zach. The Broncos are back.
It's been a long journey. It's taken a while. It felt like 84 years, like in Titanic, Chad, but we finally made it. We're here now. We're a game away from the big game. It's incredible.
We got a gamer, JM Studios, and a dear member. Yo, been a lurker since 2019. Look, Zach, OG, watching Zach at 24/7 Sports, and he got me into this podcast. Keep That's up awesome. The great work. Yeah, dude, going way back. That's awesome, bro. The Jensen Kelberman team up, that was early 18, and then both of us left 24/7 Sports, CBS, in August of 2019, following the urgings of Mr. Producer, by the way. We just bought into what Mr. Producer was selling, and here we are. Nate Dizzy, bro, thank you for being a member. Get on your bus, biatches. This is our house, he says. Yeah, dude. Hop on that bus, Josh.
Wait, whoa. Chad, Bo Nix broke his ankle per Sean Payton. He's done for the season.
What?
Go on Twitter right now. Everyone's reporting it. Bo Nix, Sean Payton just announced Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle and is out for the season.
No, dude. What?
So, Jarrett Stidham time.
What?
I don't understand when it happened, how it happened, but that's reality apparently. Holy crap. Can't have nice things around here.
Okay, Zach, I'm going to cut you loose, dude. Can you write it up, or do you want to close out the pod?
I'll close it.
All right, guys.
I'll wrap it up. I'll do the outro anyway.
I got to go jump on this news. I love you. We won't leave any of you hanging. This is a gut punch, crazy. It's what? Sean Payton on Sean Payton. Let's see. I'm trying to find the.
Can't have nice things. Stiddy's ready and will be ready for the next challenge, according to Sean Payton. I can't believe. I feel like we're dreaming. In a bad way.
Sean Payton's announcing it from the podium, dude. All right, guys. Hit it, Mr. Producer, if you've got it. If it's there.
What the?
Oh man.
How? When did this happen?
What?
He was fine to look like. He gave a post-game interview, Chad, and he was saying, "Go Broncos," to Tracy Wolfson. What is going on?
Oh.
I can't believe this is happening.
My brain is struggling to catch up with this, dude. My brain is struggling to catch up with this. What in the Sam Hill? All right, guys. Zach, you take her home. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right. Holy crap. Well, that's going to do it, I guess, for this episode of the Gut Reaction, a gut punch gut reaction after the Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round to advance to the AFC title game. But as we got the breaking news while we were wrapping up, again, guys, I'm sorry this was unconventional, but this was important, obviously. Bo Nix, according to Sean Payton, he suffered a broken ankle or a broken bone in his ankle, and he is out for the rest of the postseason. So it is going to be Jarrett Stidham now starting the AFC Championship game against either the Houston Texans or the New England Patriots. I cannot believe this is happening. It's all crazy. I feel like we're being punked right now, but that is the scuttlebutt. We got one super, and we'll get to all the other supers. If we missed any comments, stars, anything like that, tomorrow's show, it was obviously major news that Chad had to get to while I wrap up here. Doc saying, just reported Bo broke his ankle. Yep, broke his ankle. I don't understand when. And Scott saying, I've listed the rest of the super chats and stars on Facebook. We'll make it up to you absolutely tomorrow. We will get back and circle around. I just don't understand. I'll give my gut reaction on this injury while Chad takes care of the story. When it happened, he led a game-winning drive or led the Broncos to victory. I saw him do the post-game interview. He didn't look any worse for wear to me. He was smiling and saying, "Go Broncos" to Tracy Wolfson. This is crazy. This is crazy. I should probably get off here because I'm going to start saying things that I'm going to regret on camera, but this is insane. I don't understand when it happened, how it happened. Okay, so Glenn's saying, and thank you, Glenn, and for anyone, we don't want to come off misinformed, but the game ends and we hop on here right away. So we have no time to watch the presser. That's why it's all new to us. But apparently, as Glenn is saying here, on the second to last play, that's when it happened, according to Sean Payton. So Bo Nix suffered the ankle injury on the second to last play of the game. The ankle injury will keep him out for the remainder of the postseason. Brutal news. Total gut punch. My heart's being ripped out right now, as I'm sure yours is as well. I'm going to call it there, though, to let you guys process this. I've never been taken higher and then drop lower before in my life when covering this team or with football and sports. But yes, that's going to do it for me for the gut reaction episode. The Broncos beat the Bills, but they lost Bo Nix for the rest of the postseason. We'll have more on the website about the injury developments, breaking news. We'll get you ready for next week's AFC Championship. Chad and I are back on tomorrow to do the aftermath episode and talk more about the injury. And according to Doomed Logic, Bo is having surgery Tuesday. So he suffered the injury on the second to last play of the game today, and will be having surgery Tuesday on the ankle, according to Sean Payton. Brutal, just surreally bad news. I can't believe it, but it's going to do it for us today. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the win. We'll see where we go from here with Bo Nix, but take care. And as always, go Broncos.